What's going on there, guys? Earthmaster here on the live stream with a quick update video on this rainy Sunday night here in Northern California. Lots of rain coming into the West Coast over the last 24 hours. In fact, I had over 5 inches of rain here at my place in the Sacramento Valley pretty much within 24-hour period. So it's been pretty damp and wet. It is Sunday night, October 24th, 2021, 7:36 p.m. California time. And got a little bit of earthquake activity popping up on the Yellowstone station here in Yellowstone National Park at Canyon. You can see some of those spikes indicated there on the seismograph viewer. Otherwise, the latest quake on the globes, a 2.8 earthquake down around the Southern California area, possibly just south of the... Yeah, it looks like it's right around the San Diego area. Let's go ahead and check out what's going on within this region. On the USGS map here, you can see the red circle way down there in Southern California, just offshore it looks like, off the coast of San Diego. We have been seeing some earthquake activity kick up in the Southern California region over the last 24 hours, including a 3.6 in East LA. There is the 2.8 earthquake off the coast and deep, once again, right around the San Diego trough fault zone. Little fault system that's been seeing a little bit of activity over the last few days or so. Look at the all magnitudes here. You can see some movement on the northern end of the San Diego fault system and also down here to the south, just off the southern tip. Seen a little cluster of quakes as well. Pretty deep movement into the off the coast of San Diego area. And so yeah, little latest earthquake, 2.8. 25 kilometers, like I mentioned, off the coast of the Southern California region. There's the all magnitudes map here. Some heightened earthquake activity. Let's go ahead and check out the southern, or at least this earthquake that struck around the East LA area, including a 3.6, 17 kilometers deep, somewhat deep for this area. Looks like it was felt by a few folks out there. Of course, the concrete jungles of LA, highly densely populated region in this area. Let's see how many responses we got, and location wise, you can see Los Angeles, of course, reporting quite a bit of reports. Here is the intensity map of the greater Los Angeles area in Southern California. Mostly reported just some light shaking as far as the intensity scale goes from this 3.6 earthquake. Not a big earthquake, but nonetheless, a little bit of heightened earthquake movement into the LA area, including a couple small microquakes following that 3.6. Looks like this system, or at least this earthquake activity, on a unknown fault, at least according to this map here. I don't really see any specific fault systems within this region, although I'm sure there is some. Just looks like it's not marked here on the USGS map. Down in the San Jacinto fault area, some further movement as well up and down that system, including a little swarm of activity off the San Jacinto and west of the Salton Sea area. You can see some movement here kicking up. Just some microquake activity, but other than that, not a whole lot of major swarming around the Salton Sea area today. Pretty typical for Southern California earthquake activity. And some activity up further north into the Antelope Valley area, Long Valley Supervolcano, and regions northwest of Tonopah out in the desert of Nevada, all seeing earthquake activity as well. Had some landslides up here around Highway 70, around the burn scar area from all the heavy rain we've had up in over the last 24 hours. So dealing with some rock slides up in the mountains there around Highway 70. Quite a bit of rainfall accumulating up there, creating some crazy conditions. Around Bernie, a 2.2, 9.9 kilometers for that little earthquake striking within the last hour. Pacific Northwest, relatively quiet. I don't see any microquakes, any type of movement, although we did have some further movement off the coast of Oregon once again. Cascadia subduction zone sits just off here to the west, or to the east, I should say, of this 4.7 that struck. And they've kind of seen, let me see if I can bring this other earthquake up here. A little pair of earthquakes off the coast here. I could have swore we had another one wonder if they had revised this. Kind of weird. I could have swore there was another one here last night. I don't believe that's the one that is from last night or not. But either way, some movement off the coast of Oregon into the Blanco Fracture Zone. Gorda Ridges all showing a little bit of activity as well over the last 24 hours. And let's see what we got out here in the center part of the country. Looks kind of quiet. Only a little earthquake, a little small earthquake out around Pecos, Texas and Kansas. We did see a little 2.7 in the Tennessee region, right next to the Great Smoky Mountains. 7.6 kilometers for that 2.7, which struck earlier today. Did see a swarm of movement over here north of the Philippines, right around the Taiwan area, including that 6.2 that struck late last night. There's that 6.2. Since then, we've seen some small movement around the area of Taiwan southward, and also around the Indonesia area, around the Java Trench. Also seen some deeper activity. Look at this earthquake here that struck in the Philippine Plate area, 4.4, 519 kilometers for that deep movement up there earlier. And also, look at this pair of earthquakes right around the Fiji Islands area, close to 600 kilometers for those fours. That struck one late last night and one within the past few hours, at 4.5. Let's see what else we got here, folks. Hawaii, kind of diminishing movement. Just some activity on the southeast region of the Big Island, and some further activity around Kilauea volcano, but no major movement at the moment showing up on the map. Little activity around the Turkey area, it looks like. Let's see here. Armenia, that's right, 4.2. Striking just a short time ago. It looks like 16 kilometers below surface for that earthquake. Go ahead and check out the Yellowstone thumbnails. I did see some activity kicking up on the live seismographs. You can see some of that movement on the seismographs here within the last hour. That's going to be this activity here. Also some further movement showing up over the day. So kind of watching that, seeing if this is going to turn into an earthquake swarm or not. But we will definitely keep an eye on it. As far as the tremor map goes in the Cascadia, 505 epicenters in the Washington area, just west of the Seattle area. We are seeing a little return of tremor into parts of Oregon down here along the coastal range, just northwest of Medford. This activity kind of new from what we've been seeing up here in the north over the past few days here. Mostly been confined up here to the Seattle area along the Cascadia, but looks like we're looking at some return of movement at the southern end of the Cascadia subduction zone. All right, folks, I'm going to jump off here. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful rainy night. Going to have a little barbecue with Missy Mimi's and cook up some chicken, and just enjoy the evening. Like I say, it's pretty wet, pretty flooded out here in certain areas of California, and it's much needed rainfall, and we'll take every little bit we can get, even if it's all at once. We'll definitely take it. Have a good night, folks. We will chat you guys a little bit later. Peace out.